Hello everyone, this is Sim Ciso here, clinical simulationist, mannequin manipulator, and Moulage artist extraordinaire. Today we're going to go ahead and dive headfirst into building a reusable mannequin extremity for simulation-based training. This video is part one of a two-part series, so stay tuned for that one. With that being said, let's get this party started. First, I must state that I do not endorse or get paid sponsorship from any of these manufacturers. This is just what I have utilized to get the job done and are products I prefer to use. For this build, you will need a leg, a bone if you plan to inlay one, saw or Dremel to cut that bone. You're going to need spray foam. You can usually pick this up at any hardware store. You're going to need some silicone. I use one that consists of a two-part mixture. Also, the one I'm using sets in 3 to 5 minutes depending on the temperature. You're going to need silicone pigment. For this build, we are going to use red and blood red pigments that come in the color system I bought. Any type of blood that you prefer. I use scab blood, which is more viscous to really bring out those nooks and crannies. Then I usually come back to put a more runny blood to make it pop even more. Lastly, a color wheel to help blend where needed. I sprayed my leg yesterday with foam since at times it does take longer to cure. Some say 30 minutes, but I've been burned by those pesky directions before, so I stick to a 24-hour set time, and then get to cutting the next day when I know it's fully dry. Remember, you can cut this extremity however you like, at an angle, straight off, just on the side. It's up to you and how you personally envision this wound. At times you can inlay the bone while the foam cures. I left the curing stage to be done this time around, and will come back with a shaven down piece that I will slide into the foam. I do try to place the bone where the foam sits around it, making you physically cut down to it. This just gives it a better, rougher look. Once the foam is cut down and you have pushed a bone into the foam, we can start to apply the silicone. This will give that real fleshy feel when touched. I lightly tint the silicone with red pigment to get a very faint pinkish color before applying. I like to build layers so I can apply different pigmented red tints, from lights to dark reds, just to better highlight those grooves we carved out earlier in the foam. Once you feel as though you are done with your leg, silicone-wise, then it's time to just add the blood. I also prefer to do this in layers, just like the pigmented silicone applied the step before. At times I'll even let the blood dry and then add more blood to get that effect of a scabbed up blood. Insider secret: if you apply blood and let it dry, then come back to hit it with another layer of silicone, it will get encapsulated in there, meaning less blood usage on the next go round. This is a pretty cool effect and should be used in building any layers utilizing blood. Well, looks like we're all done now. We now have a reusable extremity for scenarios or whatever you could see fit. I've used this type of leg to better explain moulage and show how far it can be developed. It truly is an eye-catching tool to explain simulation to others, and that the possibilities are endless.